Right, today we're going to get a little controversial. We're going to talk about React content and market replacement, okay? You no idea what I'm talking about? You're going to after this. Okay, the players in this, Coffeezilla, everybody knows him pretty much, okay? Logan Paul knows him. Bunch of YouTubers, they all know him, right? Second player in this is going to be SmugAlana, obviously large VTuber, does React content, has infinitely more worth than, in my opinion, what I do. From an objective metric standpoint, over double the subscriber count with less than half of the videos. I would say she markets herself very well and has value that she adds to YouTube. So reason why I bring this up is because this has been brought up multiple times before, and when people talk about React content, quote unquote, being bad and we don't need React content, they are referring to specific instances in reusing content. So there was a video that SmugAlana did release, and let me finish towards the end. I will know if you didn't watch the video if I see certain comments. So obviously, the Logan Paul is suing Coffeezilla for exposing his scams. Coffeezilla reaction. This is a full reaction to Coffeezilla. Didn't watch the entire video. I did skim. I did actually go through. Very similar to what I do, right? Where it is the whole video, pausing, adding commentary, adding context, right? That kind of format. So the reason why I bring this up specifically, why I bring up Coffeezilla specifically, is because I actually did reach out to Coffeezilla in regards to React content. This was a phase where I actually started redacting a bunch of videos because one, old audio quality, outdated, stuff like that. But two, this is one of those things that I want to reach out to as many creators as possible, and it isn't always viable, okay? I've reached out to creators such as Bricky, I've reached out to some larger VTubers, and at the end of the day, they're busy, right? That's totally fine. They don't have the time to respond to some dingus on the internet being like, hey, yo, mind if I react to your content? Okay, perfectly reasonable, objectively, right? But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because from Coffeezilla, I did redact his email, very specifically because his email, you have to do the whole prove you're not a bot thing on YouTube. If you go to Coffeezilla's page and you actually go here, the email will have you do that, and it'll actually show his email. I can verify it is the exact same email. I did reach out. Hey, wanted to reach out in regard to reaction videos made to your content, small channel that primarily deals in React content, whole paragraph, right? To which Coffeezilla does respond, and honestly, he didn't have to. I appreciate that he did. Yes, of course you can. Thanks for asking. My only caveat is that you don't react to the whole thing. Don't just re-upload my video with you adding minimum commentary. Makes it a replacement for my videos. Other than that basic thing, go for it, okay? To which I responded in regards to, more than happy to do this, but at the end of the day, he is rather busy, okay? This was months ago. This was actually last year, November 4th, 2023, 4:13 p.m. I did send this, to which November 4th at 4:20 p.m., excellent meme, actually, 2023, I did receive a response. So, why are we talking about this today? And to clarify, this is not a mobilization. This is not a call to action. This is not any sort of, XYZ, ABC, right? What this is to draw attention to, I don't react to certain videos, okay? I do not react to Coffeezilla videos, not because I don't love the man. I actually rather respect him. I think that he puts out a lot of quality content, and I am, respecting his wishes by not re-uploading content because it becomes a market replacement. When we're talking about market replacement, if we do look at replacement marketing slightly different, right? Marketers who adopt a replacement strategy develop products that replace multiple or complicated products or position existing products for the simplification value. So let's say you develop a paper shredder, right? Cool, sell it on Amazon. Amazon has an Amazon Basics paper shredder, right? And then, it can be a replacement for your actual thing, right? We can see that in actual marketing, actual internet things. Replacement marketing in specifically what we're talking about in the context is that if I were to make a reaction video, SmugAlana is to make a reaction video, Asmongold is to make a reaction video to something, right? Say it was, I don't know, the Russian Badger, right? Or Fat Electrician. The Fat Electrician has their own video, right? They have their own thing that they do. They have their video that they put out, and, it gets the views, right? It gets the views, the metrics, etc. When you are a React content creator, you take that video and either you can chop it up into bits and then you can add commentary over it. Think like a Tozy kind of style, like, oh, we're talking about Coffeezilla, Logan Paul, and then you have clips of it. Or you can do what, I kind of do where I react to the whole thing, pause, and then I comment where I can, which then gets controversy because, one, I am technically using the whole thing, which by copyright law is, as far as I'm aware, not necessarily favorable. But two, can be seen as kind of generally a dick move because, oh, well, you're not actually making your own content, things like that. To which three, people don't want that. People, I have come to the understanding, do not want ethical React content as much as we have Asmongold, Josh Dreyfus, many other large YouTubers saying we need more ethical React content. From a metric standpoint, I I don't feel that I've seen any sort of return on that. So it's kind of a moot talking point unless somebody can actually bring genuine metrics to me. But that's the big concern here, right? The big concern that Coffeezilla does cite when I did reach out, to ask, right, is going to be the only caveat is that you don't react to the whole thing. Don't just re-upload my video with you adding minimum commentary. 100% respect, okay? I think everybody objectively can be on the same page. If I were to react to Coffeezilla, Rabbit gaslit me, so I dug deeper, 18 minutes, 13-second runtime, and I upload it for, say, 20, 22 minutes, okay, have I done my job? Have I done my job to add what commentary, what context I can? There is a balance, right? You don't necessarily want to double, triple, 5x the length of a video, which I have absolutely done, right? You want to make sure, it's kind of like a conversation. Coffeezilla speaks, pause, add commentary, stop, Coffeezilla speaks, right? It's kind of, there's a balance between pausing and watching the content, right? But there is definitely an issue on YouTube with lazy react content. That is not what she does. Looking at the video in question, I mean, we're looking at a, 33-minute runtime. So if we go to the videos in question here, the most recent videos from Coffeezilla, we have Logan Paul Subi, 20 minutes, 32 seconds. Let's just say it's this one. So, I mean, we've added 50%, right? Reasonably transformative. The other half of the transformative argument is do not react to the whole thing. So the reason I don't react to terminal montage, the reason I don't react to, say, videos in the first 4 calendar days minimum that they're live, right, is because there's creators like Internet Historian that say, hey, please don't react to this in the first 48 hours, okay? Please don't re-upload that, which is incredibly fair. You have creators like Terminal Montage that say, hey, at the beginning of their video, hey, do not upload this. Do not re-upload this. And in fact, what we're going to do, we're going to go to Terminal Montage. We're going to do this really quick. Terminal Montage. Please don't re-upload my videos right there at the bottom, okay? Pretty sure there was also something about React content, older videos, but it does say right there, please do not re-upload my videos. Obviously, reacting to it its entirety is a, considered in ways a re-upload. So, this is to say, this is to outline what I view as a potential problem. This is not a mobilization. I respect SmugAlana. Clearly, she puts out work. Clearly she puts out YouTube work that YouTube values. She has a lot more outreach than I do. She does a lot more. I think metrics do speak for themselves, right? I am a small channel trying to outline something that I feel is concerning, but in certain ways could be seen as punching up and trying to start something. This is not to start drama. This is not a call to action. This is not any sort of that. This is not throwing shade. What I am specifically bringing to the table today, I am specifically bringing up the email that I have from Coffeezilla that cites 2 things. Do not react to the whole thing. Do not re-upload my video, adding minimum commentary, okay? Now, whether there's a gray area or not in there, whether you could argue, we argued the 50%, right? 50% increase potentially. That's for other people to decide. This is to showcase something that I went out, I have citations for, and now you, dear viewer, get to, come to your own educated conclusion, right? I have presented the evidence. You, as an adult, get to take that evidence, look it over, and then decide how you feel, what you want to do, which, once again, I don't condone any sort of harassment. I don't condone any sort of that. This is one of those things that I've talked about for a while, but I don't think people, understand what I say when I talk about stuff like this. Like, having actual, hey, was told, yeah, this is kind of my guidelines. And then, I feel like it just ends up going south because, I feel restricted, but, other people don't feel restricted, which really is kind of an issue for me. It feels a little hypocritical. So once again, if we look at, Terminal Montage, once again, I absolutely love their stuff, right? Love Terminal Montage. They are an amazing creator. But Terminal Montage reaction, right? I mean, we have so many reactions to this. And that being said, that leads into, I don't know if they have permission or not. Do they have exclusive permission to react to the content? Have they reached out to the creators? And that, Terminal Montage ended up okaying that. Versus, maybe SmugAlana reached out to Coffeezilla. Hey, Coffeezilla, I have 118,000 subscribers. I'd like to react to your content. And, totally makes sense, right? So, do with this what you will. I do not condone harassment. I do not condone any sort of witch hunting. I do not condone any sort of, creator bad lamau. No. I just wanted to point out in my what in my opinion appears to be some sort of either it comes across as kind of just passing ships, mixed signals. I'm not really sure how to really go through this, but it does seem like, you know, if you're to use the full content, which if I were to do like Yu-Gi-Oh! Problem solving card text, right, the don't react to the whole thing does predicate minimum commentary. So what comes to mind is that you're doing something like a Tozy, or you're doing something like Moist Critical, or you're doing something like a number of other YouTubers where, say, today we're talking about Logan Paul and Coffeezilla, right? And then you have clips throughout where you show clips from this video, and then you cut back to you and you're adding commentary, right? But let me know what you guys think. Respect to SmugAlana, I do want to say that first and foremost, right? Do not harass anybody. Clarifying, I'm going to know who has not watched the entire video, and let me know what your thoughts are. Is this an issue that you didn't think existed? Is this an issue that you look at and you go, okay, maybe there's some middle ground here, maybe there's some objectivity here, or are you like trying to explain what I do to, say, my dad, for instance, and he just goes, well, if it's on YouTube, it's free use, right? Anyone can use it at that point because it's out on the internet. Are you of that mentality? Do you think that I am overthinking this and stressing myself way out? Or do you think this is an example of Kip going the extra mile? I haven't reached out to every creator I've reacted to. I've reached out to several, and that's why I always, when I react to somebody new, I do actually end the video with, hey, by the way, if you are the creator or someone on behalf of the creator and you're not okay with the reactions, if you're not okay with my reactions or think they're not transferable enough, absolutely just send me a business email. I can take care of that, okay? I can take it down, comply with your wishes in what way I can, and I feel that that is my way of, you know, even if I were to message Coffeezilla and say not get a response, it at least puts me in a situation where I'm opening up the dialogue with the creator, which at the end of the day, we are working with other people's content. We need to be respectful. We need to be cognizant. We need to be transformative. We need to add insight. We need to pause. God damn it, I'm going to normalize pausing is okay for reactions. And I'll see you in the next one.